Okay, so doing the lat test, the TPI lat test here, we're really looking at the length of the lats. So are they limiting our overhead mobility? But we're also looking at everything else that's required to go directly overhead in what we call shoulder flexion. So this requires the scap to be able to move on the rib cage, and then for the humerus to be able to move into that in that glenoid, which is where pretty much you can just think of the shoulder joint, right? So we need the scap to be able to move appropriately. We need the rib cage to be able to create expansion in certain areas where it's needed to create space for to allow for this movement. And then same thing at the shoulder joint itself, where we need the rotator cuff muscles and the other muscles that attach at that joint to pull that humerus, the head of the humerus, into certain positions as we move into shoulder flexion to allow for that glide, roll, and rotation to occur. So this is our original testing here. We see that that thumb's just about reaching the wall, but we have a big elbow bend. We did retest this afterwards where we straightened out the elbow, and it did not reach the wall. Now this is later testing, kind of confusing, is a similar shirt, but when we retested this a couple weeks later after working on it, and again, big elbow bend on that left side, and then same thing here on the right side, and we did retest it with the elbow straight, and those thumbs came off the wall. We were at about, we reached about the nose if you looked at it from the side. Later testing, we see with a much straighter arm, we get that thumb to the wall, the back of the head remains on the wall, and then that low back remains on the wall too. Same thing with the upper back. So with all that being where it needs to be, we're able to get that thumb towards the wall, and you can really see this here. Let me hit that. This right side, it goes up smooth. You can see how smooth that was. No issues there. Same thing on this left side. And we notice, hey, there's still a little bit of elbow bend when we straighten that out, and then try again. And you see he's able to make some changes that need to happen here at the shoulder joint, and we get that thumb touching the wall. So it does a pretty good job there with that. Straighten out the arm, and then we get that wall. So good. Getting complete everything we need from the shoulder in this test, whether it's the length of the lats, not limiting him anymore, whether it's the stability of that shoulder joint to create the motion to change the orientation of that humeral head in the glenoid there, that allowed it to move and roll and glide as it needed, whether it's the scapula was able to slide on the rib cage as it needed and rotate appropriately, all those things needing to happen, and are indeed happening here to get that full shoulder flexion. So a passing lat test here a couple weeks after we originally tested it.